Hello, welcome back. This is from Technolog, and as you remember, we have our app ready and accessible. So we did just a little bit few modification on the design, which we wanted to have this as the first button. So what we did here, if you look here, now we have a layout that is taking, main layout is taking everything, and the button start has been removed. Why we did this? It's because we wanted to have the app a little bit have some kind of touch. So we removed the start button. If you remember, we removed the start button in this particular layout, and let me show you how things now looks. Things are looking like this. So it's almost the same, and we brought things to the mid, so things are at the center. But what we did, all of these things apart from start button, they are now in one layout, which is taking all the things inside there. So with that, we also move the button next now is alone, which is fine because we moved the start somewhere here. So this make now us to be able to hide the whole of this layout and remain with one layout by using visible. So you see here, we can click that and we say visible force. So when we say visible force, we mean that it can't be showing anything. So it's not showing anything at all, like nothing is showing. So now we're remaining with only one button, which at the end of the day is going to be shown only on the app actually. So after that, what we are going to do, when the app starts, it's going to have one button, and when you click that one button, it shows. So we are not moving to any screen, but we're using the key button features and behaviors to do a specific activity. You don't need to be moving to activity, because you can have 20 activity to do that simple and basic thing of moving from showing text 1 and text B. All right. So with that in mind, we are now going to our emulator, and we want to see our application, how it looks, but also to look at now how we can do the thing. Because as you remember, we stopped at the next button was working, but when we click next, we was expecting to have some errors and the few changes, which I will share the code so you can be able to look at the code and align your code to this and be able to see. So if I click start, it will now show all the things. Remember the same button. Now it shows brain teaser and the first question, Putin is from Rwanda, and yes, I agree, or no, I agree. And here there is a where you can answer. You say A or B and you mark. When you mark, which hasn't been worked on, that we are still working on, so we also didn't change anything from the next. We say if you press another next, you get this error. This is the problem because we are, remember on the code, we are going beyond numbers. So now they are saying that we have, there is here, attempting to get item number 9 from a list length 8. It's like saying, well, we are trying to get number 9 in a place where there is only 8 things. So you're saying, me, I want to get number 9 thing, but yeah. So with that in mind, that's why now we need to fix that. We need to make sure we fix that particular issue by doing a very basic command. So let's go back to our block. So to get you understanding on the few things that we changed, these are the things that we did. The visible, true and false. So when you press start, the start button disappears, but it shows other layout and set the things. That's simple. So now we want to make sure that even if you put next, it will never crash your application, but it will keep on going and going and going. All right. So how are we going to do that? We are going to do that by getting a condition at the top button, at the top level of the next button. Yeah, so the condition will be checking if the size of array and the size of the index are the same or less in the inverse. And when they see that, they will be able to say, no, I think this will need to start from 1, or we can continue. All right, let's see how it goes. So I'll grab my if condition here. In this if condition, I will need to do it with the math. So I have to get this math that is checking some kind of comparison. And here there is equal if the thing on this side is equal to this thing on this side, or not equal, or the thing on this side is less than the thing on this side, or less or equal, greater, or equal. So for us, we are going now to use the less than. And this side, we are going to place now the size of what? The size of lists. So we go to the lists and we choose the length of lists. So the length of list, we need to provide it with the lists so that it can get the length of that particular list. So we are talking about these lists, so we can get the lists and we grab it here. So what will be here will be a value in number that say the length of this particular lists all the time. And here we are going to get the index, because we need to put the index the other side, and we say when the global is less than index. If this is less than this, we want to be setting now index to, we want to set index to 1, because remember it starts from 1, not 0. Because other language we start from 0, but yeah. Yeah, so when you say this, you mean that the length of a list is less than the index, and if this will be true, anytime this will be true, this is when the index, because remember the index, global index, is being added again and again. So the moment you press, we add 2. So if we add 2, means that it's going beyond. So if it's going beyond, you can't find something that is with that. So we are going to return it. We set it to 1. This set it to 1 and this set it is different, because the set to 1, we are saying this is the value, but this other set 2, we are setting the current value of get global index. We add on that 1. So this is different from this. This is adding on top of what is already there, but this is exactly 1 as 1. Okay. So with this, our app will change the behavior now. We'll be behaving properly and in a very good manner. So we can press next. We can press next. So it will be rotating within these 2 questions, and it will not disturb us at any moment, because there is a very good condition in the background that control and oversee all the challenges of the numbering that can make our application to go in a very wrong direction. So with this done, the last part which is remaining is the button mark. So the button mark will be active when we press mark. We need to see the value of to know if we got it right or wrong, because this is the brain teaser. So we can't have a brain teaser that we don't know if are we getting it or whatever. So we need to get the value or the real true answer of that particular brain teaser. All right, so with this, I think we can stop there and just change this button because I think I don't like the look. I think if it will be full screen, I'll be a little bit more happy. So I will just activate it to be visible, and then I'll go back here. I will put this white to be full parent, and I will take that. I think that somehow makes me feel like I'm good. And for the sake of showing that I know the color where they are, but that's not the main thing, I'll change the color. But no, I don't think I want to do that. But yeah, let's keep that way. Let's keep that way. So now we have this button of next and next, next and next and next and next. Yeah. Yep. That's how it is. And then let me not forget to hide this, because if I don't hide them, I'll be in trouble. So it has to be starting from start, then click, I go here, I go next, I go next, I go next. If they have 20 questions, they'll be able to do exactly that. Thank you very much. We are with Technolab, where technologies get created.